Hey, I'm Nicholas Prom,
I'm Chase.
And I'm Dylan.
and you're watching Posers Must
Posers must die.
Die. Hey guys, welcome back to the program that we are all hosts and co-hosts of. Uh, what a weird way to start the
Over here.
show. Yeah. Hey, so I had a couple of news items before we got rolling in our regular segments and stuff. One, former Ozzy Osbourne guitarist Jake E. Lee was shot multiple times in a totally random attack uh, this week. He is expected to make a full recovery, but it is, yeah, terrible. Um, for the
Whoa.
Holy
for
fuck.
those, yeah, for those who do not recall, or you may recall, he played guitar on Bark at the Moon and The Ultimate Sin, which are the last two studio albums to give a crap about from Ozzy. So yeah, wish Jakey Lee a speedy recovery, and yeah, that's just
God damn.
awful. Yeah, that's terrible.
Glad he's
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, I mean, like, shot multiple times is not like, yeah, but apparently he's
But
gonna make.
he's not dead. He's gonna
Well,
recover,
right, he's
thank
not
God.
dead, he's not paralyzed, he's gonna make a full recovery, so that's good. Um, yeah, cool news, positive thing. Uh, King Diamond kicked off his current tour this week and debuted two new songs, Spider Lily, and Electrotherapy. Did you guys get a chance to hear those tracks?
Oh yeah.
Pretty good stuff. Pretty good stuff.
Oh
Um,
wow.
I'm pretty excited that we are going to be seeing King Diamond on this tour, and that's going to be fun. Yay! Like, great to see new stuff from the King.
And that wasn't just like a music video. It was a live performance. The guy sounds great. The God sounds great.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I mean, I've seen King a couple times, and he has, he delivers the goods, man. King Diamond rules. And that's going to be an awesome show that we will be seeing. And it doesn't suck at all that Overkill and Night Demon will be in support. That's going to be great. Yeah, so metal as heck. But yeah, hey, why don't we get into our song of the week? I believe Chase is first this time.
Okay. So my song of the week is Cross Examinations Necroponics off their 2008 Menace to Sobriety album.
Yeah. Is this about growing weed
Yeah,
from dead bodies?
it is exactly about that. Yes.
Okay.
Uh,
Pretty cool song. Pretty cool song. Okay.
no, it's great. It's this story from start to end. Uh, uh, Stuff being grown in a lab. Guy tries to smuggle it out. Guy gets hit by a van. Guys are like, "Yo, he's got weed. It looks weapons grade." And before they know it, they're dealing with a bunch of weed zombies.
Oh man,
And
I hate when that happens. Uh,
Common
uh,
occurrence, common
yeah.
occurrence.
Oh,
we're
you know
just using
what?
that gas.
That reminds me of a movie that Chase and I have both seen called Garden of the Dead,
Garden of the Dead.
where
That
it
was formaldehyde zombie.
I know, but it's
Yeah.
similar. It's a similar
All right,
plot,
damn it.
and I really like that movie. I know it's not like great, but it is fun.
It's fun to watch. Like those guys just desperate to get high. Oh, it's it was like a barrel
Well,
of
you're
formaldehyde. They're just huffing it.
well, if you're in prison, your life sucks, So like, why not huff, formaldehyde? What's the worst
Make them a
that can
bit,
happen? So yeah, but yeah,
Well,
pretty cool song, pretty ripping. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Yeah,
good
I
stuff.
was I was just listening to it. Like you sent the name of the song. I was just listening to it before I got on here. I'm like as soon as I turn it on, I'm like, oh, what? Huh?
Yeah,
It's very heavy shit.
yeah,
Very fast.
yeah. And cross
Probably one of the
exam.
fastest songs I've ever heard.
Well,
I gotta listen to that whole album though.
cross
Oh
exam's
no,
pretty
it's
good.
great. It's great. It's easily my favorite on the album, but there's a bunch of bangers on there.
Yeah,
Right
yeah,
on.
Yeah.
yeah. So I believe it's my turn. Let's see. My song of the week is Midnight Dynamite by Kix. Dylan had a Kix song last week, and I said, oh, I'll pick an even better Kix song. And this song kicks ass. It's so rocking, man.
Yes.
It is really good. I mean it's too bad it's not like I wish they had like 100 songs this good, but it solidified my enjoyment of this band for sure. Like, wow, these guys really rock, and this is a really fun song. Great video too. Yeah, Kicks. And
I love that album cover. That is
oh
such
yeah,
a cool album cover.
that is really
It's
fun.
fun.
Yeah, but yeah, an often overlooked hair band. I mean, like you can do plenty worse than Kicks, plenty worse.
Kix is unbelievably overrated, man. They are so good.
Overrated
I,
or
I sorry, underrated.
yeah,
There we go. Okay.
yeah.
Uh,
Now,
uh,
now,
Oh, it's all good, man.
no. I mean, they do have some lame stuff too. Go look at the song "Cool Kids" or "Girl Money." Those songs are crap, but
yeah.
nobody bats 1,000. But they are cool. Kix is a pretty good band. I last week I was like, man, if Kix came to town, I would heckin' be there. Well, they broke up last year, so that's not gonna happen. but
Oops.
but we'll always have the albums, and we'll be ready to have them blow our fuse. Uh, whatever, whenever we want. Okay,
You're
Dylan,
right. Well, you're right. This song is better than "Blow My Fuse,"
which is a great
and
song.
it is a great song, but this song is better, like in entirety. There
Yeah,
are parts of "Blow My Fuse" I'm not crazy about, but I love that song. This
yeah.
song is better, and I was listening to it for the first time, and just immediately, like, I turned it on, like, yes, yes, and I'm fucking headbanging. Great pick, great pick.
Thank you, Dylan. What about your song, buddy?
Uh, so my song's a little complicated. So
Okay.
Violence, Eternal Nightmare. Okay.
Yeah, Violence.
We all love
Great
this
band.
album. We all love this album. It's so good.
I love this band.
But
Show of hands who's seen Violence in concert? Okay.
lucky bastard.
I do feel lucky. No joke. I do feel lucky. It was incredible. I'm so happy that happened. Um,
Anyway, this album is full of bangers. The start to finish, this
oh
album
yeah,
has every
totally
song is
rules.
perfect. Totally.
Yeah,
But there is one song, unfortunately, that was left off of this album
yeah.
and recorded at that time, which is the song Paraplegic.
Yeah,
And me and you, Nick, we were talking about this song a little bit last night.
yeah.
And I don't know if you've heard this song, Chase.
Not off the top of my head, no.
This song totally, if you look up Paraplegic from Violence, this song totally should have been on this album. And I love this song. It's really fucking good. If this was on Eternal Nightmare, it would have been one of the best ones.
Yeah.
But for some reason it was left off. And I've asked people, like other metalheads I know, I've asked like in comments of YouTube videos and shit, why was this song left off the album? It's perfect for Eternal Nightmare. And people say, oh, well, it's kind of mean-spirited. They thought it was kind of mean-spirited for the album. And I'm like, yeah, and the song about being a serial killer and the song about Nazis wasn't? Like,
Right.
what? Come on.
Fair. I mean, here's the thing. You should be able to talk about whatever thing, you know?
Yeah, it's metal. Who gives a shit? But,
Yeah.
this song is, when you listen to the lyrics of the song, when you read the lyrics, they're pretty intense. It is kind of mean-spirited. But in my opinion, I feel like this song is about like something that whoever wrote the song witnessed in person, because the song is about like some bullies like abusing a paraplegic man in a wheelchair.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Like
It's been a while since I've
beating
heard
the
it,
shit
to be
out
honest.
of him, dragging him around and shit, like
Whoa.
some jocks being assholes to him.
Ooh.
And there's lyrics in the song like, you better learn to keep a gun because they'll rip you off and run. Like if you're in a wheelchair, like that kind of shit will happen to you. But Like I think this song is about something somebody witnessed, like
Yeah.
something like the lifestyle that someone witnessed of some assholes that treated someone who's crippled like a piece of shit. I do
Damn.
not think this is like a cripple hate song or anything. That would be
Yeah.
fucked up.
Yeah, yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
fucking.
I think it's the opposite. I think it's
Okay.
like
Yeah.
commentary on
Yeah.
social assholes,
Yeah.
I
such
I
as
hear
mean,
ya.
I'm
that.
sure Violence didn't write a song that was like, man, you know, it was like just ruining America is all those cripples. You know, like no, there's no way. You know, so
No way.
uh yeah, okay, yeah. But yeah, it's been a while since I've heard this song, but yeah, if memory serves, very good. And cool, good pick, man.
Right on.
Yeah. So some shows were attended in the last week. Uh Chase and I saw Iron Maiden. Yes.
Oh,
Oh,
dude, that was a great show. Bruce
oh, dude.
sound amazing.
Everybody,
Uh,
everybody.
oh wait, sorry. The Who. We saw them first.
Oh, right, 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 right. The Who, uh, the
Mongolian.
Tibetan or Mongolian. No, that is
Tibetan.
Mongolian. Mongolian. You're right. You were right. You were right. Mongolian. The Mongolian band, heavy metal group. Yeah. It's not my thing. Good for. It's I can say like it's objectively good music. I was just like, I'd rather have had like a more straightforward heavy metal group playing with Maiden, but whatever. Um,
I
but they were
concur.
good.
No,
But they
it
were
was.
good.
They were good. Objectively good. They didn't play my generation. I was a little upset about that. Uh, but anyway, no, yeah, no, like you said, they sounded great. They really did. And they seemed happy to be there. They're high energy. I say that a lot, but I meant it this time.
Yeah.
And yeah, no, a lot of people seemed happy to have them there. Nobody left after they played. I
Yeah,
noticed.
yeah. Nobody was, like, oh well, time for to go home. Yeah. But no, and for people who haven't heard them, it's like, I would think that like people who are into like Fintroll and Corpus Kalani would like this. People who are into folk metal too. It isn't that, but it's like because it has like this unavoidable world music kind of vibe going on. That's kind of what
Yeah.
makes me think, oh yeah, people who dig that will dig this. But yeah, they sure are a band that played. But man, Maiden was so awesome. Like, just incredible stage set with like pyro and all these like great backdrops and like, I
Multiple
mean,
Eddies.
there were multiple Eddies. There was the cyborg gunslinger Eddie, and then there was the samurai Eddie, and there was a part in the show where Bruce had a duel with Eddie. He fired a cannon at him, and
That's awesome.
and there was all the there was flame and stuff, and the whole set was designed. The set list and the set was designed around like the concept of like time travel, and so it focused on
Yep.
somewhere in time and senjutsu and some other tracks kind of sprinkled out through that kind of give us this concept of going through the centuries and just it was wild. It was really cool, and everybody was incredible. And for a bunch of guys in their 60s, they were running around and jumping around like they were guys who were in their 20s. I mean, like
Yeah.
whatever
Very
they're
impressive.
taking, give me some of that. Because everybody, I mean, I was just looking at like uh, especially like Steve Harris and Yannick Gers just running around, jumping off of stuff, and just woo. Of course, Bruce is twirling around
One of
that.
them was running around. Sorry, one of them was running around Eddie.
Yeah,
Like, they kept ducking under his gun and stuff. It was like I was getting tired watching him. Dude was speeding.
yeah, it was cool. And also a cool thing, on some songs, Adrian Smith and I want to say either Yannick or Steve were doing like backup vocals, which is not
Yeah.
present on the studio tracks, which I'm like, wow, okay. That was just like another dimension added to these songs. And it was a phenomenal show. I mean, just wow, what a presentation. Amazing night. Shout out to my friend Angelina and her partner Christopher, who didn't know if they were going to be able to make it to this, but they did, and it was so great to see them. and it was a blast. Awesome time seeing Maiden.
And we ended up sitting next to that dude from Ravine.
Oh
I forget his
yeah,
name.
yeah. Justin, the drummer from Ravine,
His wife.
and his wife
Yeah.
happened to be seated right next to us, and so great guy, and that was cool. Man, but what an amazing time! What an amazing night of heavy metal. Um,
I wasn't privy to like a lot of the song. Like I knew what they were gonna play because we had the set list and everything, but I didn't really listen to a whole lot of it going in. I
yeah.
listened to some of Senjutsu,
Uh
and
huh.
yeah, no, hearing it live, man, was great. Like I don't know how else to put it. It was like album good, live great,
Yeah.
magic,
Yeah.
fucking magic.
It was magic. And here's the thing. You know, I have for some time kind of spoken ill of the post or the reunion era albums with Bruce as being kind of boring. Um, but I am now kind of going back and reevaluating them because I really enjoyed the Senjutsu songs live, and so I'm putting those those albums back into rotation and giving them another shot and finding new things to appreciate about them. My first time I saw Iron Maiden I want to say it was 2010. It's crazy to think how long, 14 years. I didn't know that Maiden didn't do like a greatest hits set. It's kind of like it's that they just don't do that. Uh, and so I went and saw a handful of classics and then like a bunch of stuff from like uh, the Outer Space album. I can never remember what it's called. And Matter of Life and Death and Dance of Death. And I was just like really kind of like I was glad I had seen Iron Maiden, but I was kind of like bored and not like thrilled by it. But now I know going into like I prepared and I adjusted my expectations and had an amazing time. And so way better than my first Maiden show. And I can't wait till the next tour, man, because I'm gonna be there with bells on, dude. It's awesome. Iron Maiden, just phenomenal, absolutely amazing. Great night.
Two horns up.
Four
Horns,
horns up. Yeah. So yeah, that was Iron Maiden. We had an awesome time. And last night, uh, so Maiden was October 14th, a Monday. And last night, the 19th, Dylan and I saw Stainless, Mean Mistreater, and Soul Grinder at the High Watermark, and that was a really fun night of heavy metal. All female led, and not a corset metal band on the bill. This was all the real stuff. No Nightwish wannabes or any of that crap that's pretending to be metal. No Lacuna Coil junk. This was real hard-hitting heavy metal, and you love to see it. So yeah, Dylan, go.
I mean, first up was Stainless. I've seen
Yeah.
Stainless once before at Dante's. Uh,
Mm.
Fucking great, just very, very traditional kind of heavy metal.
Oh yeah, totally,
hard rock,
totally new
good
wave of
shit.
totally new wave of British heavy metal feeling. Really kind of early speed metally and like just a great energy. That's a cool band. Really like Stainless.
Yeah.
Glad I got to see them. This was my first time, but definitely not my last. They were cool.
Yeah, I do love Stainless. They're very fun, and their front woman, she really gets into it when she's performing on stage. She's totally having a good time.
Very
Love to see
entertaining.
that.
Very entertaining. Yes. That is a cool band. Yeah, and then Mean Mistreater from Texas. They were the touring act, and they were great. They reminded me. It's just kind of a hard rockin', heavy boogie like Motorhead, or kind of reminded me of this band that I saw once. They're called the Valiant Thor, and it's Valiant Ent instead of A-Ent. and I think it was like 2 R's. Anyway, that was just a cool rock band, and that's kind of they sort of that Me Mistreater reminded me of that. Um, but they were great. They were rocking, really cool.
Very much enjoyed them.
Yeah.
They at one point you know, they had a song called "Do or Die," and I was
Yeah.
like, geez, let me put that on the tally of metal songs with the name "Do or Die." We got "Do or Die" by Testament. We got "Do or Die" by Viking.
Ooh,
I think
yeah.
I'm not remembering a third one, but then now we got like "Do or Die" by Mean Mistreater. Do or Die.
Yeah.
It's a good song.
It's a great title. It's a good
It
title.
was a great song, but it's a good name for a song as well.
It sure
So
is. Yeah.
we're not complaining.
Yeah, no, not at all. Also saw some old pals. Shout out to Eric Eisenhower. Thanks, great to see you, man. Thanks for coming out. It's good to see you out again. And of course, my old buddy Gabe Franco was there, and Sebastian Silva also. Great to see those cats again. But yeah, and it was a really good night. Soul Grinder were great.
Soul Grinder.
Kicked ass. So good.
Soul Grinder.
Yeah. Yes. We observed their performance, and they were really good.
I don't want to be like a rabid fucking fan, but I do.
But
love
you are.
Soul Grinder. One of I mean, I'm just showing my support, man. I want these guys to know that they're loved, guys and girls.
Yeah.
But
they're great.
Fucking great show. They really, and we got an encore and everything.
Yeah. Yeah.
That dude standing next to you, the drummer threw out both his drumsticks.
Yeah.
And the dude standing next to you just handed you one, and you're like, here, and you handed it to me.
Yeah.
I'm crazy about
Well,
this
you're a
band.
super fan. Yeah. It was. Oh, and a little anecdote I shared. I recently had to empty my storage unit, and I got all my stuff out of storage. I was going through the bins, and I found a drumstick that I thought I had given away. I thought I gave it to Sergio, right? But I still have it, and it's from Pete Sandoval from Morbid Angel. I got a drumstick from Commando Pete himself.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, and so, yeah, I'll be hanging on to that. But yeah, this was a terrific show. Really, really fun night. And there was like multiple shows going on this night. Ghoul and Haggis were playing at the Star Theater. I feel like there was another metal show also happening that night as well. Maybe a hardcore show too. So it was a but the turnout for this show was as if there was nothing else going on. There was a lot of folks at this. So I'm really glad that it was a pretty full house. Really, really good time. Good time.
Yeah, I'm very, very sad I missed Ghoul and Haggis. I fucking love Ghoul and Haggis.
Yeah.
Especially Haggis.
Yeah.
But, Soul Grinder's worth it.
There you go.
And Stainless, fuck it. Full female fronted set night. Good. We're good.
Yeah.
It's fine.
Yeah.
Great night.
I saw Ghoul many years ago, and they kicked ass. They were really good. But, perhaps another opportunity will present itself in the future to see them. So stay tuned for life for that. So, but yeah, why don't we get into our regular segments, guys? Let's start with Chase's classic album. Is this week you chose? You chose Unleashed's debut.
Where No Life Dwells from 1991.
Yeah, this is a great record. I used to have the cassette of this, I'm pretty sure. And yeah, this is a really good album, I mean, this will stand up right against, a lot of the classic stuff from Grave or Hypocrisy or Entombed, Dismember. Unleashed are great. And I like that they also get into Norse stuff. I think they're tapping into a cool thing with that. Yeah, I don't have a ton to say. Just this is a cool record, and I dig it.
Yeah, My introduction to them was my earliest interaction with anything Unleashed was a very large, very angry guy standing outside a porta potty at the Oregon State Fair back in 1999. He had an Unleashed shirt on,
Hmm.
and I thought that was hilarious. Thinking about Unleashed, he's gonna go to that porta potty. He's gonna anyway.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And I came back from what I was doing, and he was still standing there. And I, for whatever reason, I walked up to him, I started talking about it, talking to him, asked him what was on like Unleashed, what's that? Because I had a corn shirt on, and he rightfully gave me a light ribbing about it.
Uh-huh.
Uh,
Well, like, look.
but no, he talked my ear off though. He talked my
Yeah.
ear off about it. Swedish death metal. It just went on and on and
Yeah.
on. And
Well, in 1999,
yeah,
what were you, 17?
yeah.
Okay, I think you get a pass for liking new metal as a
I was
teenager.
I was I was 15. Yeah, I was
Oh, okay.
15.
See, yeah,
I like.
yeah. It's like,
But
look,
yeah, no. Good.
I was just gonna say, like, look, my gateway was glam. Yours was new metal. We both started out with poser shit. Okay, but we got learned.
Yeah.
We got learned. We, you know, look, we made it. We got there. Okay, uh,
Uh, but
the the
I remember when
posers
he
must
dropped the.
die in the title of this show is our past selves. Okay.
Uh, it was the metal we listened to along the way. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh,
Okay.
wow.
But what stood out from this guy though, this large man, was a song called "Before the Creation of Time," and it's on this album, and it
Yeah.
stuck with me. I listened to it, and it was every bit as like he said that if there was a way to put a crown on a song, he would. And it was
Wow.
I assumed he just really had to go to the bathroom, and his words were just kind of like he was kind of lost. But I realized, whatever. Anyway,
I
no,
like the
he was right though. He
enthusiasm.
was right though. Yeah.
Yeah. Um, well,
And
that's very cool. I wonder where he is now. Dead? No, I don't know.
oh, well, I mean, if he didn't get to go to the bathroom, he may very well be dead.
Right, I don't know.
Poor dude. But no, this album fucking rules. It's Swedish death metal. It's godly, kingly. The crown, like I said.
Yeah,
That heavy, like that buzzsaw guitar tone that they're just that Swedish death metal is kind of famous for.
yeah,
It's saturated. First to last track. I mean, second to last track. His first track's a beautiful opener. I forget what it's called at the moment, but
yeah,
one of those.
yep. Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it's terrific,
Yeah.
man.
Hey, Dylan, you got anything to say? I bet you like Swedish death metal too, man.
How could you tell?
I
Yeah, well, I have to admit I've never heard this album before, and I listened to it. I do fucking love it. This is an instant classic.
Oh yeah.
And I saw a comment on like the YouTube video of the album I was listening to. And they said Left Hand Path, Life is an Ever Flowing Stream, Into the Grave, and this. And it's like, I know all three of those other ones. I don't know how I've never heard Unleashed, Where Life Dwells. But yeah, this is right up there
I
with
would
all the
agree.
classic Swedish death metal releases.
Yeah, it
No,
is.
that person was right.
They are right. I would also, in that pantheon, I would put Osculum Obscenum by Hypocrisy. But yes,
Okay.
but yeah, but yes, yeah, yeah,
Yeah, but this is a beautiful release. I love it.
yeah,
I was headbanging the whole way through it. Great pick, Chase.
A
yeah,
brisk 30-minute album too. So
yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need. It's like that worked for like the first 7 Deicide albums, something like that. They were all like half an hour. But yeah, let's see. If we're ready, why don't we move on to Dylan's Demolition? Oh, more Swedish death metal. Dylan, you picked Entombed's demo from 1989, But Life Goes On. Holy shit,
Yes.
this kicks ass. This is a
Yes.
great demo. I had never heard
Yeah.
this actually. I knew the albums, but I'd never heard this demo, and it's awesome.
Now I okay, so I know But Life Goes On has been on their later releases. Are the other two songs on their later releases Shreds of Flesh and The Truth Beyond. Are those other two songs on their other?
Oh shit. Yeah, I off the dome I don't remember. Maybe,
Okay, that's
probably.
fine. That's fine.
Uh
Yeah,
uh
but anyway, the fucking what a killer demo! Like extremely like this is a demo, but they sound exactly like they do. Like this is the Entombed you know and love, baby. This is the shit.
yeah. And
Um,
I saw Entombed. So glad I got to see Entombed. Uh and they were great. Man, this
yeah,
this demo reminds me of like how what a vital act they were, you know.
yes.
Um
Beautiful, beautiful demo. And this made me like I went and listened to Left Hand Path again after
mm,
this because it's just I forgot how much I love Entombed.
yeah.
Fucking some groovy fucking death metal.
Yeah.
I
Yeah,
was
no.
uh, I was a lot more into their death and roll sort of era,
Yeah. Oh,
a
like
little bit
Wolverine
more.
Blues on.
Yeah, Wolverine Blues and like of course. In fact, I remember looking at those comic ads in there, like, oh,
Oh,
Wolverine
right.
Blues.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
those are all over the place. People remember those.
Yeah. And
Uh,
okay,
uh,
recently I did say, like we were talking about Gorefest, when death metal bands would kind of uh, overtly go into a commercial direction, it was universally like suicide because they just killed their fan base or whatever. The one band that did that and it didn't do that to them was Entombed. Um, when other Swedish death metal bands wimped out or went soft or went into a less extreme direction, their fan bases abandoned them. Were like and just like posers, like whatever, but a lot of those bands went gothy, um, and it's just kind of like, wow, you made this boring. Um, but Entombed, for whatever reason, it was like it uh, they found a wider audience, and I'm sure, and I'm sure people still talk about it. It's kind of like the Black Album of death metal, like I don't hate the Black Album from Metallica because those were the first Metallica songs I heard. So somebody who was like introduced to Entombed with Wolverine Blues, they're gonna worship that record, you know. Uh, and then whoa, these other albums from before are really they're really heavy, and you're able to appreciate them at that on kind of both sides, you know. Um, but to this day, people are so bitter about Metallica just moving away from being a pure thrash metal band, and
yeah.
I'm just like, Black Album's still a heavy metal record, dude. Just wait, you know. Uh, they got albums that are complete garbage, and then they've really righted the ship in the last few years, and the last few records are cool, you know. Um, but yeah, Entombed, they're good. Uh, do we have any other stuff, guys? Or we want to move on? We're good.
That's it.
Okay, so for this week's Hardcore Hall of Fame, that's my segment. We got MDC's 1982 debut, Millions of Dead Cops, and what an album this is! So great, one of the most vital and I think important punk releases of the 80s, and just like, man, you thought the Dead Kennedys were an indictment against American society. Wow, MDC's like, hold my beer, you know. uh, uh, they are so great. I've been lucky enough to see them on several occasions over the years. The first time I saw them, they played in someone's living room. Uh, Punkers from Portland who have a long memory will remember a show, a place called the Casa, which was a house that had house shows, and it had the typical like completely ruined yard that you'll see at all of those houses, and but that was the first time I met Dave, and then I saw them again just before the pandemic, and then I saw them 4th of July this summer, uh, And I even got to sing Corporate Death Burger with Dave just for like a little bit, kind of here's the mic kind of thing. But our friend and friend of the show, Serena, has got that on film, which is cool. So I've got proof. Uh, yeah, that was an awesome time, and MDC is a brilliant band. This record is absolutely essential for any fan of punk, anyone who hates Ronald Reagan. Yeah. What did you guys think of this record?
Wow. It was like I said, man, just like the First Amendment is free speech is important, and these guys explain or demonstrate why.
Yeah.
Like this pushes it. Like with what was it? Was it 1980? Wasn't that when this came out? 81,
82. 82.
something like that.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's where I kept going, and when I was listening to it, like, oh damn, man, these guys mean it.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh, Dylan?
Oh, 82. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard this album once before, but I re-listened to it again. I love Millions of Dead Cops. It's so fucking good. And yeah, I banger shit, man. I'm sad I missed them at that at Cess Fest that me and you went to, Nick.
Yeah.
I'm sad I missed them at that. I had to leave early, but goddamn, I'm sure I'll get a chance to see them again. I can't believe, once again, just like last week, I can't believe this is from 1982.
Yeah, it's pretty
Crazy
phenomenal.
stuff for 82.
Yeah. Yeah, but Dave Dichter is like one of like the ultimate punk heroes, and that's a guy who really lives it. He's I think he's one of the four horsemen of American punk that are just really like, man, yes, my guys. Alongside, of course, Ian MacKaye, Henry Rollins, and Jello Biafra as like those just really brilliant minds, brilliant voices. Keith Morris from Circle Jerks is probably up there too. But yeah, great band. So yeah, and a great album. So gosh, I guess we just have a little bit of upcoming shows to mention before we wrap for the evening. Do we want to get that going? Let's see. Yes, on October 24th, Gwar and Dark Funeral would be playing at the Roseland Theater. Man, I saw Dark Funeral play with Cannibal Corpse years ago. It's probably 2003, 2, I don't know. But I don't have much juice for black metal anymore. But that's a good live band, So if you're into black metal, and especially it's blasty too. So if you're those blasty black metal bands are really great for people who are maybe unsure about it, but really like death metal. Like Marduk and Dark Funeral. Swedish black metal tends to go in that territory, and yeah, I think yeah. But yeah, Gwar, cool.
Dark Funeral rules. But don't forget, Nick. Don't forget on this poster, Squid Pisser.
Oh wow, I have no idea who or what that is. So
isn't it just Gwar again?
I have no idea. I really don't know.
I don't know who that is, but just by that name, I gotta listen to some of their shit.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah, but Gwar is a phenomenal live band. Chase and I saw Gwar several times. Not since Odorous, not since Dave Brocky passed away. And I'd like to get at least one post Odorous Gwar show in, just check it out. So hopefully next year.
That would be cool.
Hopefully next year. This year we just couldn't make it happen. But yeah, c'est la vie. Gwar, go see him. And then the following night at Dante's, DRI, the classic crossover thrash band, DRI and Scattered Guts, who are, despite the name, not death metal, they are thrash also, in support. And yeah, I've seen DRI 2 or 3 times, and they're awesome. You can have a way shittier time than going to see DRI. They rule. Yeah. And then the following week, October 28th, Wasp and Armored Saint will be playing at the Roseland. Dylan, we got the flyer? There you go. Yeah, and of course, Wasp on this tour are playing their first album in its entirety, plus other hits. And, to have Armored Saint in support, it's just like, man, Blackie, you better bring your A game because Armored Saint are gods. That should be an incredible night for all in attendance. There you go.
I think I'm gonna be out this one, boys.
Yeah. Well,
Please.
we'll see if Santa, delivers the goods at the 0 hour. But I think it's gonna be you telling us about this show this time around. But who knows?
I fucking love Wasp.
Wasp is awesome.
I don't know if you guys know that about me. Wasp. I just want to say Wasp got me through some seriously bad times in my life.
Wow, see, I didn't know that.
I fucking love Wasp.
Yeah.
So I gotta see this show.
Well, there you go. Insane. Well, that's an important show for you then. But yeah, I didn't know that you liked Wasp. That's cool. I like them. Chase and I have joked they are the best hair band that isn't Dokken.
Yeah. Yep.
Yeah. Because Dokken rules, and I will say this. There are a couple of hair metal bands that are 100% real heavy metal bands that you cannot really deny the metalness, and I think Dokken is one of them, and I think Nitro is the other one. Remember Nitro? Michelangelo Battio on guitar, and the guy Jim Gillette on vocals. Freight Train. I'm like a freight train coming. No? Wow, blankness. Okay, check out Nitro, guys. That's your homework. And anyway, I think that's gonna do it for this week. Chase, you want to hit us with a sign off, baby? Chase, when his.
Yo, sorry about that. No. I'm here. Sorry that we cut out there for a second, but I'm assuming this is a sign off.
Yes.
We went silent again. I'll assume it's a sign off. Okay, thanks for watching. Remember to like, comment, subscribe, or you will be dead by dawn. Dead by dawn. Dead by dawn. Yeah.
Oh, thanks, guys. That's fun.
Uh-oh.
Do it.